Alright, welcome back to another Roblox Studio tutorial, and today we are talking a little bit more in depth as far as what the Moon Animator can do and why it's considered to be one of the best plugins in Roblox Studio. So let's go ahead and exit out. I already showed how to create the basic animation. Again, you can always do slash to save. Right here is where the animation saves from last time. To simply upload this to Roblox, you would click Save to Roblox, and it'll give you an animation ID, which you would then paste into an animation object, and it would autofill right there. Alright, but let's go ahead and look at one of the most dynamic things that makes the Moon Animator so great. And I'm going to show you essentially how it can be made to create custom rigs. So let's go ahead, I'm going to create something here. Let's see. Maybe like a wolf or something. So that's the first leg, and the second leg. Obviously this won't be the greatest wolf because I'm going to try and make it in like 2 minutes here. Okay, so I have that, and then I create a part here. And then I'm going to drag this part across. And then I'm going to scale this part out. Boom, just like that. And then I'm going to duplicate, scale, up, and then let's say we have a head. Scale this up, boom. Okay, this out, and we could get creative and add like a texture onto the head here and all that kind of stuff, but we don't have to do all of that right now. But let's just pretend that this was my dog or whatever. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is, obviously if I run this how it is right now, everything's gonna fall apart. Or actually it's so symmetrically perfect that it didn't. But if something were not to be right here, obviously this entire thing would fall apart, as you can see there. Okay, so how do we set this up? The first thing you're going to do here is take everything here and group it together as a model. I'm going to call this dog. Then you can come in here and you're going to want to add the object humanoid. This is what makes something alive inside of Roblox Studio. But still, as you can see here, it would obviously fall apart if I did anything. Next thing I'm going to do here is rename things. So leg 1, then call this like leg 2. And then this here, leg 3. And then this here, oh, that's the head. Where's leg 4? That's the neck. That's the body. Leg 4. Alright, so there's our legs. Now we have our head, and then our neck, and then our torso. Alright, cool. So right here would be a good example. I'm just going to move the head and the neck around a little bit here. Boom. And I'm going to move the head over just slightly. Alright, so this is a good example of a custom character. Now I'm going to create a new part here that's going to be part of the primary part. I'm going to duplicate the torso, just like I did here, and I'm going to create this so that its transparency is fully transparent and that the can collide is off. I also want collision for most of these. Well, as long as anchored is off here, you're good, but can collide can be on. But it's important that for the second torso that I made, that the can collide is off. And I'm going to rename this humanoid root part. And that's very important. And I'm going to come here to the dog and create a primary part for the model. And there we go. Now I have a nice little dog model. All right. That's just a nice little creation there. Now let's talk about why the Moon Animator is so good. You can create joints with the Moon Animator, and that's what makes it so awesome. Now, with joint creation, the welding of it is pretty much the same as like a parent-child relationship, meaning when you move the right shoulder of a rig, right? From the last video I showed this, the hand moves with it, because this is considered like a parent to this child. It's not exactly the same as scripting, but it's very similar. So you always want to start with the hierarchy with the primary part of the model, and that's going to be the humanoid root part. So you're always going to want to select that first, and then you're going to go torso here. Okay? Now from there, you're going to click join in place. And if you make it animatable, you'll get a you'll get a joint that's animatable inside of the Moon Animator. And if you don't click this, you won't. So go ahead and do joint in place here. And just like that, I get a nice joint connection here. So that connects the humanoid root part to the torso. Now I'm going to connect the torso and the legs together. That's 1, and then torso and leg 2, that's 2, torso and leg 3, that's 3, and then torso and leg 4, that's 4. Okay, now the torso and the neck, and then the neck and the head. Boom. Now, this entire character pool is now animatable and will not fall apart when you run the game, right? So now I run it, notice it does not fall apart, right? And then with that, you can also now take this dog, go into either the animation editor here, and animate it here. But as you know, that's not where we want to animate things. We want to always animate things in the Moon Animator. So I'm going to create a new animation, dog, here, and select my dog model, okay, rig, and just like that, you can create animations. And this is why that plugin is so special. This is one of the best ways to create the joints for essentially a rig model that you're building. Now, final notes here, this isn't Moon Animator related, but you can also use the Edit Rig plugin to do something similar. Edit Rig, I think it's Edit Rig, Rig Editor. Rig Editor right here. This is good. I think there's also Rig Edit. In the video right there, cut out that last part there. Obviously I didn't have it, but that's okay. It's gonna be this one right here. So I hope that helps, and I will see you all in the next one.